What is up, everybody? Okay, today we are going to be talking about barb chaining. All right. So if you are new to the game, if you're in KvK 1 or 2, that is fine. I just have a little bit of unfortunate news. The only barb chaining commander that you will get in KvK 1 or 2 is the tried and true YSG. Yi. He's great. Don't get me wrong. He's great. He's great if you spin the wheel. He's not so great if you do this. Please don't do this. Don't be dumb. Okay? I might have been dumb. It's okay. We're all young and dumb at some point, and that was me. Just don't be this guy. If you're this guy, it's fine. We can move past it. Just don't judge me. I won't judge you. Okay? Fair? Is that fair? Okay, good. Yi YSG is the OG of OGs for barb chaining. Okay? My Yi has like 700 million barb kills over here. Actually. Anyhow. Um, he's a tried and true barb chaining commander. The only thing about him compared to the later game commanders is his AoE does kind of it's kind of smaller. It's not as wide as some of the others, but it's fine. If you have the time, you can move the march around. You can 2 or 3 barb chain every time you go out. It's fine. You're fine. Who you pair him up with is your boy Richard. Okay, Richard is going to be the tried and true march with YSG whenever it comes to barb chaining in KvK 1 or 2. The downside is you're not going to see him until you walk into KvK. Like he shows up a week before, I think, or maybe a week after you walk into KvK 1. If you're training before KvK 1, I have some bad news, but you'll be training with Athelflaed. And if you're training with Athelflaed, I mean, really, you're kind of insane. You're like Dexter, okay? You're just why? You're just weird, okay? Nobody wants to be like Dexter Morgan. Actually, you might. And if you do, we have other problems. Anyhow, chaining with Ethel will be your first option if you're wanting to just chain for KvK. If you're insane, you do you. I tried it for a bit. It wasn't for me. It's not for most people. But you'll see that free-to-play player out there on the field chaining with Ethelflaed, and you can judge him for a bit, but just know he probably has more speed ups than you. Just saying. Okay? But once you get YSG, I suggest spinning the wheel for a bit, because the only way you can actually get his circular AoE is from his expertise. Okay? Everything else is just, it says AoE, it's just a fan. Okay? You want the circles to barb chain. You don't want a fan. The only fan that you can, somewhat go with is Ethel, because hers is a half circle. Okay? But YSG, you have to have the expertise to get the full AoE circle. So that's where it kind of just it's iffy. Okay. If you don't get the AoE, it's really not worth it to invest in YSG. Because that's the only reason you want them, is the full circle AoE. Outside of that, the next AoE commander you'll be seeing is in KvK 3. So you have to go through KvK 1 and 2 until you get a AoE commander. Now, some could say that you might want to just, dump some gold heads into them and then do a commander swap, because the commander swap will be staying in once you walk into KvK 3. But, nah. Do you really want to dump all those gold heads into them? The universal gold heads? I mean, it's up in the air on that one. If you're just buying some dailies, I suggest putting him out there. He's good to have whenever you want to, go out there and barb chain. I like to use him in my 5 march here. If you look here, this is my chaining pairs. I got Richard YSG, CC Hera, ZL Shajar, Charles Lapu, and then Lohar Theo. Now, I did a 25% expansion, so all these marches went out with 260,000 troops. You see, ZL Shajar, after 2 days, has been down 5,000 troops. CC Hera, down 2,000, 3,000. Richard YSG, down 7. Charles Lapu, down 3. Lohar Theo, down 60. So, these marches, they stay alive. The only one that's really struggling is Lohar Theo. And to be honest, who cares? They've been up for 2 days, barb chaining. Like, that's fine. Like, if you just march around, find a little, 3 pair, just send them over here, go to this march, just attack that, go over here, get closer, hit that, and just kind of barb chain all these together. Like, you're just here for the speed ups. If you got the time, you're fine. Just march around, kind of hang out, watch your video in the background. Like, it's not hard. You should be barb chaining daily, okay? If you don't know, if you're burning your daily AP, you're going to be getting on just a 2 chain like this right here. 2 chains, you're going to be getting 3.5 days of speed ups. Actually, it might be more. I think it was 4. 4.5? It's up there. If you're 3 chaining, it's like 6. 6 days of speed ups. So basically a week. Because you're going to hit a 3 chain, and you're going to hit a 4 chain. So, I mean, odds are you're going to be 3 chaining. And 3 chaining is not hard. Okay? 2 chaining is not hard. Just go out there and just put your commander in between 2 barbs and hit one, you know? As long as you got AoE, that's all that matters. You know? It's like that. I only hit 2. Okay, whatever. Move on. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just find a little pair like this. Go over to the next one. Find another little pair. Which this zone just opened up, so there's probably not going to be as many barbs here. But if you're like later KvK, or if you're in off season, just go to a zone where nobody's, barb chaining. Just take over. And then just have fun. Get your speed ups. Okay? But KvK 1 and 2, walking into KvK 3, you'll only have the access to YSG. So keep that in mind. Whether you're going to be barb chaining early game, you're going to have to get YSG, and you're going to have to get an expertise to get a full circle. Outside of that, your next commanders that you'll be picking up is going, let me put this in Legend real quick, is going to be ZL. He is an archer commander with a full circle. Then you got Theo. She is leadership, but really just kind of pairs with whatever. Then, where is it? Lapu is also leadership, also just kind of pairs. And lastly is Hera. So these are all full circle commanders. Really, in a bar march, what you're looking for, I'll show you here, is 2 of 3 things. You're looking for a healer. 3 of 4 things. You're looking for a healer. You're looking for a full circle. You're looking for... I think it was right. 2 of 3 things. A healer, a full circle AoE, which it should be just a no-brainer. You should have that regardless. Okay, don't be chaining with a half circle. Don't be the guy chaining with Athelflaed, okay? I'm going to judge you. It's going to be judging for a little bit, but I'm still going to judge you, so just keep that in mind. A healer, a full circle, and a versatility. So versatility, you really just want it to be like getting rid of AP. So ZL, if you look here, I don't have anything on ZL. I have 20 talent skills here. Anyhow, you want to be reducing the AP cost. If you're not reducing the AP cost, you want them to stay alive. So Richard and Charles, they don't reduce AP, but if you notice, they're only down 2,000, 6,000 troops. I mean, they stay alive. I've been trading for 2 days with all of these marches. And the only one that's really down is Lohar, just because I do dumb stuff like this with them. Versus, waiting. So the only one to even worry about right now is Lohar. So look out for the 2 or 3 things is, again, healing, a full circle, and potentially the versatility. Versatility, goodness, I cannot speak today. Versatility tree to reduce that AP cost. Because it is nice to, hit 3 barbs for 30 AP, which if you don't know, these are just all free barb kills because we're using AP. I don't know if y'all knew this beforehand. I should have said it way earlier. It's my bad. My bad. I know. I messed up. But you're getting the action point like for free. You're just killing this barb for nothing because I'm using AoE to kill it. So if you haven't caught on, congratulations. You probably should have watched another video because I just totally screwed that up and I'm not resetting it. I'm letting this one ride. But AoE commanders are the way to go for barb training. You should be barb training every day. You'll get a week's worth of speeds for your daily action points. Not to mention the action points you're getting just from your freaking alliance. Just chain. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Chain. If you got one thing out of this video, chain. If you don't like the video, I'm sorry. But listen to your grandmother. She said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But it's fine. You won't hurt my feelings. Feel free to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy me just ranting and mumbling. If you want a more in-depth guide about the commanders and why they work, feel free to let me know down below. I promise I read y'all's comments. I do. It's just kind of overwhelming now that I'm at 200 something subscribers. 220 I think is the current count. And I'm just trying to take it all in. I really didn't think I was going to get this far in the whole YouTube thing, but I do appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope y'all like to listen to me rant. It's fun. You can put me in the background. I'm a good time. I'm a great time, okay? That's not what my ex told me, but I'm a great time. Anyhow. If y'all enjoyed it, drop a like on the video, and I'd appreciate it if you dropped a sub. I do appreciate every single one of y'all. The only reason I'm still going on this whole create content and thing. But yeah, outside of that, hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all are chaining. In peace.